Hi, my name is Taylor Britton and I'm the sole creator and designer of Halo System. Halo System is a self-sufficient, portable and detachable LED stop sign unit that brings the product to the people and not the people to the product. It is the design I'm entering into the Make Better Today competition. As written in my previous submissions, I have already started to design and 3D print different components of my product. The design I'm about to show you here is my second prototype, with the first one I'll be showing in a minute. This prototype is one of 8 light bars that go and span the entirety of the finished product. As you can see right here, there are 2 holes. These 2 holes house the rivets that are actually connecting the light bars to the joints. Next, we have an open channel. This open channel actually connects with a snug fit to the stop sign, connecting it, making sure it holds it in place. We see a closed channel right here. This closed channel with the wires coming out actually holds all the wiring that is needed for the LEDs. Then we have 2 cutouts, which are 3 inches long, which are currently occupied by the actual LEDs that will be in usage. These LEDs have a cover, a plexiglass cover that keeps all the weather components out, and they are rated at 881 lumens per foot. To show and demonstrate how bright they are, I have wired a battery pack just to show you the feasibility of these actual LEDs. So these LEDs I have actually put outside my house on an actual stop sign, and I've been all the way up the hill. I live on a very steep street, and these are near impossible to miss. Now, saying that we would have 7 other of these LED strips on it would make my product pretty much perfection. Furthermore, I told you I had a first prototype. The first prototype is currently on a exact specifications and measurement of a stop sign. As you can see, it's a pretty secure fit, and besides just this fit, there'll be a latch system at the top that combines the whole thing and holds it in place. To further illustrate, bear in mind I am not an artist, but I have made a SketchUp of the actual 3D stop sign system. So as you can see, we have the joints connecting all the light bars, and at the top we have a latch, an industrial latch that holds the whole thing in place on itself. Covering that latch would be a lockbox with an actual lock and key mechanism in it to keep unwanted patrons out. And then you see the solar power, which collects all the energy that will be needed for these LED systems, connected to the solar stem. Inside the solar stem is a battery, as well as the actual processors that are needed to control the blinking function of the stop sign. Within that, we have a day and night light sensor that actually tells when dusk is about to happen, and it activates the sign. Another mode we have is the 24/7 mode, which literally just leaves the lights on for 24/7 activation. Next, I have a competition chart. I have not named any of the brands. I just labeled it as closest competitor. And if you want to pause the video right here to actually take a look at this, you can see the biggest ones we try to utilize is price, portability, and affecting the current structure. The price of the closest competitor on average is around $1,500 for a static system, where ours would be around $1,000 and under by using different types of resins and polymers. The portability, we are the only one on the market that would be detachable and movable. Every other one is a static system. Once it's applied, you cannot move it. Next would be if it affects the actual structure. Since Halo System clamps onto the existing structure, it does not affect it whatsoever, where the existing static components for the different competitors, they have to puncture holes into the actual sign, which is permanently altering the actual signage. The only other thing that we are not currently is MUTCD compliant. All of our products and components are, but as a whole, Halo System needs to go through different types of testing, which we will be doing 4 to 8 months outside the road of investing, which I'll show you in a minute. But we have all the right steps to become MUTCD compliant. As I said, next we will be showing you the investment progress timeline. Another thing you can actually pause and take a look at. So if you would like to take a pause in the video right now. But right now I would like to say 1 to 2 months out, what we would be doing is we would actually be 3D printing the rest of the components, and those would be the other light bars as well as joints, and then wiring it all up. I already have all the electrical components right now. And those 1 to 2 months out, that is our progress. 2 to 4 months out, we would be looking into different types of batteries as well as solar power options, and we would be wiring that up so we can actually get the self-sustainability aspect wired and going. 4 to 8 months out, we would be partnering with the local police station, and we would actually be locally testing this on not as busy roads to see the feasibility as well as collect data. And then 8 to plus months out, we would actually be tweaking and getting ready by finding different investors to pitch to. And we would finally be able to pitch our product. Now, as I said, I would be very gracious for the investment of $5,000 as well as a new laptop to actually fund this product. I would love to do video updates. I actually am very giddy. The first time I actually 3D printed to see my design actually come to fruition, it was like a kid on Christmas Day. It's a feeling second to nothing. But with your investment, Halo Systems can finally get off the ground and actually pay for the different types of 3D printing as well as different types of investments and payments that it actually really needs to prosper and grow as a company. So thank you very much for listening to my application.